Good evening. I hope I find you well. So we'll do the strengthen daily living. This little booklet. It's very helpful. Father Sean Shee's booklet, and it's for the 20th of June, 2026. Christ, my Son, died for sins once for all. The righteousness for the unrighteousness, to bring you to me. That's the Gospel of Peter, verse 3, chapter 3, verse 18. In Christ Jesus, my Son, you who were once far away have been brought near through the blood of Christ. St. Paul's letter to the Ephesians, chapter 2, verse 13. There is no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus, my Son. St. Paul's letter to the Romans, chapter 8, verse 1. Receive my full forgiveness for you today. And that's helpful. It just doesn't do you, it does your power of good, doesn't it? Yes, sorry. Now, we come along and we do our hymns. Say hello to Sacred Heart of Jesus. Go ahead over that. Yeah, they're saying hello to you, Sacred Heart of Jesus. You can hear them, but I can't. Sweetheart of Jesus, fount of love and mercy, today we come thy blessing to implore. Oh, touch our hearts, so cold and so ungrateful, and make us love thee more and more each day. Sweetheart of Jesus, we implore. Oh, make us love thee more and more. Sweetheart of Jesus, make us pure and gentle, and teach us how to do thy blessed will, to follow close the print of thy dear footsteps. And when we fall, sweetheart, oh, love us still. Sweetheart of Jesus, we implore. Oh, make us love thee more and more. Up there now, Sacred Heart of Jesus. Keep an eye on things, won't you? Now, we'll sing a little hymn for our Blessed Mother. Come on down, our Blessed Mother. Say hello to our Blessed Mother. Lovely lady, dressed in blue, teach me how to pray. How are you, Blessed Mother? Yeah. Hail, Queen of Heaven, the ocean star, guide of the wanderer here below. Thrown on life's surge, we claim thy care. Save us from peril and from woe. Mother of Christ, Star of the sea, pray for the wanderer, pray for me. O gentle, chaste, and spotless maid, we sinners make our prayers to thee. Remind thy Son that he has made the price of our iniquity. Virgin most pure, Star of the sea, pray for the sinner, pray for me. Now up there, Blessed Mother, keep an eye on things, won't you? That's a good. Now, there's a little picture. Precious Life. That's in Northern Ireland. Rosemary, Bernadette, Bernadette Smith. She's her precious life. And now, and see if you can read it. And it says the exact size. It's a little pair of feet, and I have it on my jacket. The exact size and shape of a 10-week-old unborn baby's feet. Perfectly formed. See them? See the little feet? Here, perfectly formed. And just be aware of that. 10 weeks in this country, a child shouldn't be aborted after 12 weeks of 12 weeks of being in the womb. But there's a child at 10 weeks with perfectly formed feet. When a child is born, conceived, he becomes a potential human being, made in the image and likeness of God, and deserves to be born. Could be a very good person. I must show you a picture of me when I was a little baby. My mother had me a nice dogged out, and my grandmother on my father's side, Mary Jane Malone, and it was when I was born, and my grandmother died in 1940, so I was nearly the only one, I think, that my mother presented it to her in Hoth, in Seaview Terrace. It's lovely, isn't it? 2 Seaview Terrace. Lovely address, isn't it? Yeah, and they had what they call a loft. It was 2 bedroom and a loft and a little back garden, or yard as they called it, and had a little garden in the front. They were lucky to have that. And so it was a big family, so they had to be separated, and I suppose the girls were upstairs and the boys downstairs. There was a good sized family. My father, or the Meshton, was reared with his grandfather and his grandmother. Vaughns. My father was christened John James, and they had a son. I have a picture over there. I'll show it to you tomorrow. Now I'll go over and get it. There's my grandfather, and he was a fish. He had fishing boats, and John J. And that was a little son James with his mother. She was a Vaughan. No, he was a Vaughan, and so my father was reared with him. This little fella, James, died of diphtheria, and my father had been christened John James. So at 3 months of age, he went to live with them. They never officially adopted him, and he was reared very well with them, and loved it. There was a big family in Hoth, and my father, up to the age of 12, thought he was a Vaughan, but when he made his confirmation, it turned out to be Malone, and he was quite disgruntled. The fact that he wasn't a Vaughan, he wanted to be a Vaughan. As a matter of fact, he was left the house by the Vaughans, and then my sister then was subsequently left the house. And so it was a lovely 2-story house. They were attached. But my grandfather was a very prudent man. I see he has a watch here in the chain, and he has a hat and a moustache. Very refined in some ways. And I can see the resemblance with my father and with my with the rest of us, if you like. There's a similarity, slowly. And there's a little fella, died of diphtheria, the grand little chap. So that's how they, my father. So that's a little story. And so I'm after showing you the little feet of the 10-week-old child. Isn't that something to sort of contemplate? So yeah, it just shows you that how important life is from conception to natural death, and that is the only way for any civilized society to not have abortion. I think Poland, this Tusk individual that has something to do with Europe, the EU, and then become president or prime minister, and he was trying to bring in abortion, but it was defeated in their parliament. This is what these old left wing yokes want to do, to kill the innocent and no respect for life. Yeah, so anyway, we'll get off that end of things. So today, thank God, was sun. I was surrounded yesterday when I was leaving bringing my in my car, bringing all the cardboard, or they had it in bags. I put it into bags because it's a Dacia Sandero, and it wouldn't have enough room for the ones that were in boxes. So I put them into bags, and that's how I was able to fit them in. And then I had one for the that I paid €5 for with other stuff that I was able to save, and a nice big one. I had a smaller bag and a bigger one, so she was well full. And but then it was raining cats and dogs, and like a downpour. I had my wipers on, kind of intermittent, but they're such that they go fast. You'd think I had fast wipers. It was that heavy, and puddles nearly like rivers. So I was drowned, and I had to take off my clothes. My overcoat was drowned. My jacket was bad. My shirt. I had to have a shower tape put on, new clothes, and thanks be to God. And I had a shower then as well to try and freshen up. So, but today was lovely. Funny, isn't it? It changes. So I was able to leave the stuff out that the overcoat that got drowned, and I had it on radiators, but it's better to be outside today. And there was a few clouds coming around, but they never rained. You never can trust them, can you? But thank God it was dry, so it got it dry. It's nice to get it dry into fresh air. Brought it in, and then I had a towel there when I had a shower there yesterday. I had it on the radiator, put it out though, because it got dry yesterday afternoon, and then I put it out, and had it out there today, so it's dry. So I put it in the I put it into the drawer rather than have it where I normally have it on the radiators to dry. So it's dry, and my overcoat is dry as well. So all's well that ends well. So thank God today, and I did a bit of work today. I was busy enough, one thing and another doing outside when the day was dry. I was quite busy, and it's grand to get a bit of rest now. And I'm going to be having my tea short because I'm going to 7 o'clock mass this evening, which is a good thing to go to. And so I hope you're keeping well on Saturday. Tomorrow's Sunday, the day of the Sabbath. And I'll be doing a few other little chores. Well, not chores. Tomorrow I'll be checking a few things out from my late wife. I have two containers with these flowers that last, and it looks very nice too. And I want to get another two to have one in that corner, one in that, and one in this, and one in the other. Where she's buried over in Kilmainham Wood in the Sacred Heart Church. The graveyard is beside it, so you don't have to travel anywhere, which is great. Sometimes the graveyard is a bit away from the church, but in Kilmainham Wood is beside it. And it's quite a big graveyard. And she's buried there, God Lord have mercy on her. Be her 8th anniversary. And I have the Mass for the 26th of July. I had it for the 19th, but my friend Eamon always wants to come and be there for it. But he's coming, he was gone away, himself and his daughter, going down to Clonakilty on the 10th of July. I'm coming back on the 19th, and I had it for the 19th, but I got it postponed with the parish priest, Father, Father Small, for the Tom Small, and it's for the 26th, the 11:15 Mass. So I want to get another couple of containers, and I might get them in the co-op. Yeah, I got them in Woody's, but the co-op might have them. The local co-op here, the Old Castle Co-op. I'll try it on Monday. I like to give business local if I possibly can. I think it pays. It's a small little town. It's a town and glorified village in some ways. There's a cut two chemist shops, which is a good sign because you go to some villages and there's no chemist shop, but there's two here. And I'm a one that is very good. Donna McQuaid's. You couldn't ask for a nicer person. Oh, she's lovely, and the staff as well. They know you by your first name and that. And I love them. They're very good. So that's where I go. And it's good to have that kind of thing. That's one of the things with living in a rural community. You have that kind of tranquility and all the rest of it. There's none of this hustle and bustle. And as you march up the tree of life, that's the last thing you want is hustle and bustle. Not right. Or even no matter what age you are, you don't want this too much hustle and bustle. I have a couple of people looking at me as a most welcome, and I hope you have a nice evening. The sun is shining, thanks be to God. After all that rain yesterday, bucketed. Here we are, so you can have, in Ireland, you can have 4 seasons in the one day. Not good. It can be spilling in the morning and sun in the afternoon. It can be counted even. You can have 4 seasons in the one day. June has been a very mixed month. But outside, the flowers, the variety of colours is just buttercups and bluebells and yellow one. But there's a marvellous good colour out there. And I put out stuff for the birds this side, that side, and around. And I noticed the blackbirds are taking food now, and they're bringing it in their mouth to save the young. Different blackbirds. And then other ones, the bullfinches, and they're all at the same racket. They're not taking it for themselves, they're keeping it in their mouth and off to go this way, that way, the other way, and robins as well. And little um, sparrows, and other little small birds that's not sparrows, there could be chaffinches or wrens even. There's a variety, and I'm out the sun house saying me prayers about keeping an eye out and it's marvellous to see all the carry on. I have a great view of nature, and you know something, does your power of good. They're after going about their business and bringing food up there to the young, over there, out there. It's great. They're all at it. Now, the starlies were at it earlier, and some birds are earlier, but some of them are later. The man might want a bit of heat. So I see all this outside, and I've a big, the whole wall is window. There's a door that's windows, and it has all the little squares like Georgian style, but it's not Georgian, but it's very nice, and you've got great view of what's going on with our little feather friends, and sometimes I see them sort of stopping, and I haven't said they're saying a few prayers or what, and then when they're at they're eating something, they often stopping. I say to myself, what are they doing? And then I think a bit more. They're feeding their young now. So there'll be all, but there'll be more, but then maybe they'll clear off somewhere else. So that's life, isn't it? Yeah, so I hope you're keeping well. Bye now and enjoy the rest of your evening. What a lovely day, thanks be to God.